A U.S. appeals panel in Washington has ruled former President Trump is not immune from prosecution and now faces a trial on charges he tried to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election.
The former president's legal team says they will ask the Supreme Court now to overturn that ruling, and that could have a major impact on the 2024 presidential election. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest.
A major blow today to the crux of former President Trump's legal defense as a federal appeals court in Washington, D.C. ruled against his broad claim of immunity. A three-judge panel rejected the Trump team's argument that he could not be charged for efforts to overturn the 2020 election that culminated in the January 6 Capitol attack because he was acting in his role as president at the time of the alleged crimes. The judges, two Democrat-appointed, one Republican, unanimously agreed that, quote, former President Trump's stance would collapse our system of separated powers by placing the president beyond the reach of all three branches. Adding, we cannot accept that the office of the presidency places its former occupants above the law for all time thereafter. They referred to him as, quote, Citizen Trump, with all of the defenses of any other criminal defendant. The former president on social media slammed what he called a nation-destroying ruling, repeating his argument that a president must have full immunity to properly function and avoid, quote, the opposite party's vicious retribution after leaving office. The Trump campaign has already said he will appeal the ruling. If the Supreme Court ultimately decides to take the case, timing will be critical. Mr. Trump, running to take back the White House, is already fundraising off the ruling, again seeking to turn his legal woes to his political advantage. On Thursday, the Supreme Court will hear arguments in a separate case over whether former President Trump should be allowed on the ballot in Colorado after that state's Supreme Court ruled he should be disqualified because he engaged in insurrection. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.